So let's rank all the films I rewatched during the month of July 2022 right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Dual, better known to you as the Big D. Back again with another ranking. Today I'm going to be ranking the flicks I rewatched last month in July of 2022. Now this consists of 36 films. Actually, there's 36 films for the first time watches as well. So it's dead even. So, in other words, I watched 72 flicks because I was off for a summer break, which didn't turn out great, unfortunately. But let's not get into that subject. Okay, thank you very much. Anyway, I've got 36 flicks down, and got to revisit some of these films on Tubi, and plus our recent free subscriptions. But now I'm got subscribing maybe for a while on Paramount Plus and Shudder. Well, with AMC Plus anyway. Don't know how long I'll have them, but we'll see. But anyway, here's all 36 films. Now I'm going to try and go rapid fire here just to conserve some time, alright? Alright, if you're ready, let's get on with it. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 36 is Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers from 1989. After the fourth one made a big comeback, this one came out. It's still one of my least favorites, but I'd watch it over Halloween Resurrection any day. I still can't handle those clown cops, though. At least that stupid musical number of theirs only played like one time. Thank goodness. Overall, this film's okay and what have you. Not great, but it's okay in ways, you know. Number 35 is Little Fockers from 2010. The third and final installment of the Focker family trilogy. We'll see where the other two wind up later on. I did go and see this film. The film is pretty funny. Well, it wasn't as big as its two predecessors, because Jay Roach didn't return to direct as Paul Weitz did. But overall, the cast is still funny in ways. Ben Stiller, Robert De Niro, plus Dustin Hoffman, Barbara Streisand, Terry Polo, Blythe Danner, and we got Owen Wilson back in. Jessica Alba's a part of this cast. Yeah, really something. I had planned to do Meet the Parents, but it failed to, but I'm going to try them out for Lost Time and review this trilogy one day. Number 34 is Thor, The Dark World from 2013. Yeah, and this is good in ways. It's not quite as good as the first Thor, but it does have a good aspect and what have you in some ways. I like the Dark Elves and what have you. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth's still good as Thor. Tom Hiddleston, it's Loki. Natalie Portman as Jane. Sir Anthony Hopkins as Owen. Yeah, the film isn't too bad. I know this didn't get as much good reviews as the other one did, but still it's good. Number 33 is Romeo Must Die from 2000. Yeah, I really like this movie. I hadn't seen this in a long time. This was kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. Anyway, this is one of my few favorite films starring Jet Li. He was pretty good. It's also had the late great R&B singer Aaliyah as well. She was really good. I gotta say, it was just so awesome. We had Anthony Anderson and even DMX as well. May he rest in peace as well. Anyway, I feel like this film's underrated. Maybe I'll review this one day. It's still got some pretty good action, and it has its moments. Number 32 is 13 Ghosts from 2001. Yeah, I'd say this is kind of a guilty pleasure. I've seen this a few times. And while I have seen the original but not reviewed this, I did review this one last year. This film is pretty dark and it has its moments as well. It does have a pretty decent cast, including Tony Shalhoub, Shannon Elizabeth, yeah, Matthew Lillard. Yeah, I think this film's pretty good in some ways. Number 31 is Meet the Fockers from 2004. After Meet the Parents was a success, they had to give us a sequel, and I knew they would give us. I used to have this on DVD, but I lost interest in it. But I finally took the time to revisit the film on Peacock before I dropped the premium again. It still has its moments. Still not quite close as good as its predecessor, but it has some fun moments. Cast is really good, and with the addition of Dustin Hoffman and Barbara Streisand as Greg's parents, yeah, this makes this film pretty funny in ways. Number 30 is John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars from 2001. Now, this is a guilty pleasure. I used to love watching this whenever it came on, if it came out at a decent time. I feel like this film's pretty underrated. Anyways, Carpenter did a pretty good job, not just with the direction, but the score. This film didn't do too well at the box office, considering it had some pretty good cast, including Natasha Henstridge and Ice Cube, who I read kind of had a bit of some issues and what have you. Pam Grier's in it, Clea Duvall's in it. Yeah, this film's pretty awesome. I definitely gotta review this film one day. Number 29 is Blowout from 1981. This Brian De Palma directed suspense thriller stars John Travolta and Nancy Allen together after they had been De Palma's take of Carrie a few years before this. I've got to review this one day. This is only my second time in seeing this film, but I like it. Yeah, about this guy who works with sound effects for movies and what have you, or something like that, trying to bring in some good screams and what have you. He hears like a tire getting blown out and sees a car crash. Yeah, really awesome. I think I'll review this one day. Stay tuned. Details to follow if I do this. Number 28 is Disney and Pixar's Brave from 2012. Yeah, though I've only seen this like 3 times, or maybe it was 4 times, but this film is kind of grown on me a little bit. I failed to go see this, but this film's pretty good. I liked our main character and what have you. This was just so much fun to watch and enjoy. It does have some humorous moments. If you haven't seen my review of this I did last month, check it out. Number 27 is Jackass the Movie from 2002. Now, although I never watched Jackass on MTV, but I was kind of curious of how this would be a movie. Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, and the rest of the crew from this here twisted stunts show came onto the big screen. Boy, I gotta tell you, this film was outrageously crazy. After rewatching this, only the second time I watched this, I watched the other films, including the latest one, Jackass Forever, on Paramount Plus, except for the third one, I had to rent it. But anyway, this film still got its fun moments. It does have some pretty good tunes. I still remember this for hearing the song We Want Fun by Andrew WK. That's one thing I like about this movie. I will be reviewing the Jackass films later later on. Well, actually starting the next day. Starting with this. Stay tuned for it. Number 26 is Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1984. Yeah, although it's the second time I watched the film in the special unrated cut, I watched this instead of the theatrical cut. The unrated version got extended version that kills, especially Linnea Quigley's character. This was the only Christmas film I watched to celebrate Christmas in July. I knew Tubi still had this, so I watched it, and it's still awesome. So, enough said about this. Number 25 is Disney's Hercules from 1997. Now, this is another film I recently did a review of last month, since I failed to give a review of it the month before this for its anniversary. And this film's pretty fun. I liked the characters. Hayes is a pretty good character. James Wood did a great job in voicing that character. Danny DeVito did a good job on his character. Everybody was pretty good. I feel like this is sort of a factual, underrated Disney film, but hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Number 24 is Jurassic World from 2015. Yeah, I've only seen this I think this is the third time I've seen this, or maybe it's the second. But anyway, this film's pretty awesome. It really brought back a little feel for Jurassic Park franchise. I am reviewing Jurassic Park next year, since unfortunately I have not yet seen Jurassic World Dominion, which is still in theaters. But when I see it, then maybe, mind you, next year I'll review that along with the others, and possibly defend that film. But the first film is pretty good, actually. Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, they were all good in it. And all the dinosaurs were pretty good and awesome. Number 23 is Disney's Zombies from 2018. I gotta say, I come to like this film. While it's not quite close to being as good as other recent Disney musical films, like maybe High School Musical or Descendants, but even so, when these crazy characters they call themselves zombies join the humans in their world, yeah, really something. The sequel wasn't too bad, and I saw the new third one, but we'll see where the second one winds up. The third one's on the first time watches ranking. The cast isn't too bad. It's got its fun moments. Number 22 is Damien Omen 2 from 1978. I love this movie. While I love the first one, I do like this one almost as much, not quite too much. But anyway, it's got a great cast. William Holden and Lee Grant are real good. I like Jonathan Scott Taylor as Damien. He's really good. Everyone else is really good too. I've just got to say, this film is really good. It has some pretty good kills and what have you. Some of them are even more intenser than the last film, but hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Just watch and see for yourself. Number 21 is Night of the Demons from 1988. Great movie. Love this film. I absolutely love the setting of it taking place at an old crematorium set on Halloween, where these teens are about to have a big party for Halloween. Yeah, I've already reviewed this film, but I love it. I mean, if my horror fanatic friends hadn't recommended this movie, I would have come to like this movie. This film's awesome. I have seen the remake of it. It's not too bad. I haven't seen the sequels to this, though, but still, this film's pretty scary and awesome. Number 20 is Meet the Parents from 2000. Again, this film I failed to review for its anniversary a couple of years back, but I'll make up for it eventually. I really got to enjoy this. I mean, aside from doing the first two Austin Power films, Jay Roach did one heck of a job with this. Bob, well, I'm not Bob, but it's the same as Rob. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, great in this. They are absolutely funny. Everyone else was pretty funny as well. You can't go wrong with this one. Again, I'll review this sometime. Stay tuned for it. Number 19 is Thor from 2011. Not much can be said about this, but I love this movie. If you haven't seen my re-review of the film, check it out. It did much better than the first review of it. But anyway, Chris Hemsworth was absolutely great in this as our titular characters. I love Natalie Portman as Jane, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Idris Elba was good as Heimdall, and Sir Anthony Hopkins as Owen. Yeah, really good. This film is awesome. You can't go wrong with this. Number 18 is Disney Zombies 2 from 2020. Now, I love this a little more than the first one, but I've got to say, this film is awesome. Seeing how our main characters get to encounter werewolves in this one is really, really a good one. I think this is just a bit of a step up from the first film, but hey, we're entitled to our own opinions. You be the judge, but I love this one a little more than the first one. Number 17 is The Amazing Spider-Man from 2012. After Spider-Man 3, well, got mixed response. Well, Sony decided to reboot the series and have Andrew Garfield play the titular character. Yeah, this film's good in ways. I mean, Lizard isn't bad of a villain. I mean, could have done a little better with them. Well, the CGI and what have you. But overall, I think it's pretty good. It was good to have Andrew Garfield reprise his role in Spider-Man No Way Home last year. That was good. Well, and they're saying they're going to try and bring him back for the possible third film in this series, what should have gotten me a few years back. So I wish them the best of luck. Number 16 is The War of the Worlds from 1953. Great movie. I love this movie. Now, I have seen the remake with Tom Cruise, but I did have it, but I lost interest in it. But I love this one a whole lot. I mean, I love the ships, those flying spaceships. They may not be like the walkers like we saw in this Tom Cruise film, but overall, I think this is awesome. I gotta review this film someday. I like the heat blast from the ships, yeah, and the laser blasts that disintegrate everyone, yeah, really awesome. Number 15 is Batman Returns from 1992. Love this movie. Second Batman film. Tim Burton directed. He did a great job. I love Michael Keaton and Danny DeVito as the Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Yeah, all good. If you haven't seen my re-review of the film, check it out. Did much better than the first review of this. This film's pretty dark and it's pretty awesome. Number 14 is Tron from 1982, and I also reviewed this film. This film's pretty awesome. I liked how it what. Whoa, excuse me, everyone. I'm getting a little. How it was the first film that used well computer generated images. Well, in ways. Jeff Bridges was really good. I really loved the performances from everyone. The effects were so awesome and colorful too, as you can see in this here poster. Yeah, it's awesome. You gotta check this out if you haven't. Number 13 is Pieces, also from 1982. This here internationally produced slasher is so awesome. It's only the second time I've seen this, but I'll review this sometime down the road. Maybe I'll do this for Spooktacular October. This is, well, kind of gonna make you think you're seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but much more bloodier and gorier in ways. But the killer may not be no Leatherface, but he's pretty good with the chainsaw, getting these chicks and what have you. Number 12 is The Italian Job from 2003. Love this movie. I have seen the original from 1969 with Sir Michael Caine, but this film is much more cooler and more awesome with a great cast that include Mark Wahlberg, Charlize Theron, Mos Def, Jason Statham, Seth Green, Donald Sutherland, and Edward Norton, who apparently happens to be the bad guy. This film's so cool. It's awesome and it's action packed. You've never seen this, check it out. I will review this sometime down the road. Number 11 is The Secret of Nim from 1982. This is Don Bluth's first ever full length feature, even though after he had done Disney's short film The Small One a few years before this. But this was what put him on the map before An American Tail or The Land Before Time or All Dogs Go to Heaven. I absolutely love this film. It's got great characters. Miss Brisby's really good. Jeremy's a good character. Everybody's real good in this. Never took the time to watch the sequel. I've heard it what is not as good as this one. But this film's so cool. If you haven't seen this, check it out. And if you haven't seen my review of it, check it out. Number 10 is Batman Forever from 1995. Now, please don't hate me for having this higher than Batman Returns, but I love this movie. I know it got a lot of hate for its CGI, and that it took a little downturn from the first two films, and Joel Schumacher directing this, and Val Kilmer took over the role of Batman. But hey, I didn't mind. I liked liked what I saw. Jim Carrey's funny as the Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones isn't too bad as Two-Face. And Chris O'Donnell playing Dick Grayson, aka Robin, and Nicole Kidman's really good in this too. Yeah, this film's a guilty pleasure. I love this film. Don't get me wrong. Don't hate me for it, and don't get me wrong. I love all these Batman films, and before you say, no, I did not watch Batman and Robin, so you're not seeing it on here. Sorry. Number 9 is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers from 1988. Now, this is my third favorite Halloween film of all time. I know I'm a little early to watch some of these, but this film's just so awesome. I love it. I mean, the mask on Michael Myers you see in the movie isn't that great, but overall, I still think it's pretty good. I like Danielle Harris's first appearance in a movie, playing Jamie. She's really good. Rachel isn't too bad of a character. Anyway, yeah. Donald Pleasance is back as well. which I should have said for 5, but I didn't. But anyway, this film's pretty good. I might re-review this film this year, or maybe I'll do it next year. Just stay tuned. Number 8 is Spider-Man Homecoming from 2017. And I re-reviewed this film for its anniversary. And this film's what put Spidey in the MCU after he made his appearance in Captain America Civil War. And I gotta say, Tom Holland's awesome as Spidey and Peter Parker. Michael Keaton's great as the Vulture. Yeah, everyone in this movie was good. And I like the sequels a little more, but this film is still pretty awesome. Number 7 is The Omen from 1976. I love this movie. This movie is so good, and it's pretty suspenseful. Like the kid who played Damien, Gregory Peck and Lee Remick were good. David Warner was good. I really got to enjoy this franchise. I have told you that I like the second one. The third one's okay, but 4 is just garbage, and the remake is alright. But this one is just superb and scary. Number 6 is Batman from 1989. Love this movie. Tim Burton's direction was good. Michael Keaton's performance as Batman and Bruce Wayne were good. I liked Jack Nicholson as Joker. Kim Basinger was really good as Vicky Vale. Yeah, you can't go wrong with this one. The music from Prince was really good as well. So I'd say this is a real good Batman movie. I still enjoy it if I ever get a chance to rewatch it. Well, I sure hope you've been enjoying this ranking so far. So now we've done 31 movies so far. Now it's the final 5. I'm going to show you the pick and come back to me and I'll give you some quick thoughts on this. So let's get this out of the way and get this video over with. If you're ready, then I'm ready. Here we go. Coming in at number 5 is John Carpenter's Escape from New York from 1981. Now, I was originally going to review this film last summer, but I had other stuff in the way, so I am going to try and make up for lost time in reviewing this later on. Don't know when, but stay tuned. Kurt Russell was absolutely awesome in this movie as Snake. I enjoyed the performances we got from everyone in this. Adrienne Barbeau, Donald Pleasance, Isaac Hayes, Ernest Borgnine. This just had a pretty good all-star cast and what have you. And I think this was awesome. It's only the second time I've seen the film, but I think it's awesome. And I like Carpenter's score for this film. This is another good score he did, aside from Halloween. And I haven't seen its follow-up, Escape from L.A. yet. I know that didn't do that great, but if I happen to see it one day, I'll look into it, okay? But Escape from New York, I think is a lot of fun, and it's action-packed. Mm-hmm. Now, coming in at number 4 is The Batman from earlier this year in 2022. Yeah, now, after recently getting the Blu-ray of this, and making it only the second time I've seen this after seeing it in theaters, this film is still pretty darn awesome. I don't factually consider this to be the best Batman movie. I think maybe the first 2 installments of the Christopher Nolan trilogy are probably better. Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Yeah. But this one probably comes right behind those two. But nah, I could be wrong. Because I do like the first 2 Tim Burton movies as well. Anywho, the Batman's pretty dark. It's pretty awesome. It's great. Robert Pattinson is absolutely good as our titular character, and I like Paul Dano playing the Riddler. Jeffrey Wright was good as Commissioner Gordon. Yeah, this film was just so awesome, and this film shines some of the Bat's detective skills and what have you, seen for what he truly is and what have you. But anyway, the Batman's awesome. I really did enjoy it. Second time around. Now, coming in at number 3 is John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. After getting the DVD of this last year and making this the third time I've watched this, I really love it even more. Now, after this, I recently watched the other two installments of John Carpenter's, well, what they consider to be the Apocalypse trilogy of his. Because after this, there were two other flicks that were part of this Apocalypse trilogy of Carpenter's. Those include Prince of Darkness and In the Mouth of Madness. Both of those will be on the first time watches ranking. But The Thing is awesome. If you haven't seen my review of it, you need to check it out. Kurt Russell is good in this, just like how he was in Escape from New York. Yeah, the effects in this film was awesome, and I really did enjoy it. I have seen the prequel, which it's good too. I don't think it's as great as this, but it tries to do its best though. But anyway, The Thing from 1982 is really, really a sci-fi horror classic. Maybe aside from Alien and Aliens, even though it's considered more action though. All right, now for the final two. Coming in at number two is The Rescuers from 1977. I love this movie. One of my favorite animated Disney classics. You can't go wrong with this. If you haven't seen my re-review of this film, which was a solo re-review, because at first I reviewed this and its sequel together, but I did a solo re-review of this for its recent 45th anniversary, and it's still a great movie. I love Bianca, I love Bernard, they're real good. Penny is a great character. Madame Medusa is definitely a great villainess. I consider her to be one of the most underrated Disney villains or villainesses in my book. Definitely. Anyway, yes, you definitely got to see this film. It's one of my favorites. Again, great film. It's got great music. I like a lot of the characters they mean. Devil's Bayou, Evinrude, um, Luke, Ellie Mae, and all them other critters. Orville's a pretty good character that takes the rescuers down to Devil's Bayou. Yeah, really good movie. Check it out. And finally, coming in at number one, my number one rewatch of July 2022 is Thor Ragnarok from 2017. I absolutely love this movie. This is probably my favorite of the four Thor movies. We'll see where the new one, Love and Thunder, winds up on the first time watches. But anyway, this film is awesome. Chris Hemsworth's once again good as Thor. Tom Hiddleston's back as Loki. He's good too. I love the performances we got from Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. Jeff Goldblum was really good. It was good to see Mark Ruffalo back as the Hulk and Bruce Banner. Oh, it was just so action packed. Kate Blanchett's really good as Hela. Yeah, really awesome. Taika Waititi's direction of this film was really good too. And it really got to be so much fun. Almost about 5 minutes into this movie, and it's already turned out to be a fun-filled thrill ride. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, but I love the action, the fun, and it's fun-filled moments, and the music as well. Because we first hear Led Zeppelin's "Immigrant" song in the after about almost 5 minutes into the movie. But anyway, yeah. But Thor Ragnarok, it's awesome. And that's my top favorite film that I rewatched for the month of July 2022. So what do you think of this ranking? What did you watch in July 2022? You can give me your top pick, or you can give me maybe your top 5 tops. Okay? Tell me in the comments section below if you like this video. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And stay tuned for the first time watches ranking coming up. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider checking out my videos for these. That I just mentioned. In the upper left-hand corner is my re-review of Thor Ragnarok. The upper right-hand corner is my re-review of The Rescuers. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of John Carpenter's The Thing. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.